Gen Z and millennials have been labeled the ignorant generations, constantly being embarrassed on those street interviews that are for some reason hyper-focused on geography.
Do you know how many states there are in total?
100.
How many continents are there?
3.
Continents?
Yeah.
Yes.
Little do people know that ignorance is a gold mine, not only for the people who take advantage of it and others, but more especially for the people who possess it. In this series, we'll be discussing the many different ways that we can harness our ignorance to create value and gain profits. This series launched because we just hit 100 subscribers. So on that note, remember to like and subscribe for video essays that are not only interesting but helpful. What makes this business idea so valid is because it helps with two of the biggest problems that society is facing right now: the ignorance and the loneliness epidemics. And this business is reaction videos. We are in the age of information, and in fact there has never been more data than right now in history. But why are we so ignorant? Algorithms. An algorithm is a set of instructions for solving a problem or accomplishing a task. That's the reason why all you see on your recommended page is candy making videos or animal videos. So the YouTube algorithm is designed to solve the problem of you getting to see content that you are interested in. So the more you watch and like and subscribe to a certain type of content, the more you are recommended of the same type of content, until you are enclosed in this very niche bubble of content. It's the reason you think the world is an extremely horrible place. It's not. And it's so funny to know that if the first video you had liked or subscribed to on the platform was different, your social media experience would have been completely different. So in the age of information, what we have now is that niches are very, very detailed, to the point that you can be completely immersed in just one and have no knowledge or time to invest in another. We are as informed as we are ignorant. For every niche you are aware of, there's tens more that you know completely nothing about. It has officially been declared that we might be the loneliest we have ever been. Our society continues to wire itself towards convenience, and convenience promotes isolation. We can order online, we can work from home, we can text or call our relatives. Our homes and neighborhoods are designed for maximum privacy, and this convenience chase does not seem to be coming down anytime soon. But one thing that humans actually need to survive is relationships, and they are neither easy nor convenient. So we are starting to suffer the consequences of a more convenient world. So how do reaction videos take advantage of ignorance to help with loneliness? The concept of reaction videos has always looked stupid until you realize that it mimics what is going on in this TikTok.
Watch this. Watch this. Oh, bro, I've already seen that.
Oh.
Did you see that?
I felt it.
Okay, well, you're gonna watch it again. With me. Okay?
Because a lot of people are lonely, or they do not have the same schedule as their loved ones, or they simply have a different taste in entertainment, reactors act like the friend or the loved one that is always available to share your interests. And if you observe the reaction community, starting from the comments, you'll see things like, "You're going to love character X, he's so much like you. I can't wait till you see episode 6, it's going to blow your mind." All the way to the way the videos themselves are filmed. This gives the vibe of you are just with your friends and you're enjoying something that you love. Ignorance. The best thing that you can have is going in blind. There is nothing more satisfying than being responsible for the one showing your friends a whole new world. Next is to be open-minded. People hate it when you make fun of something that they actually like. Be open to new and different. The equipment that you need is pretty simple. Number one is a clear camera source. This can be from a phone or a camera. When it comes to Apple products, I think anything from an iPhone 6 going up. And when it comes to Androids, Samsung is pretty good, and also other Android options. The goal is just to make sure that people are clear enough to be seen. The next thing you need is a screen to record and view the content from. A phone can be used, but I recommend a laptop and any screen bigger than that. And the third thing you need is a well-lit room. You don't need fancy lighting in the beginning. You just need to time maybe the sun outside, or maybe just have like a really bright bulb. Let's begin with the don'ts. Number 1, do not give off fake reactions. 70% of my content consumption is reactions, and the worst thing is when I find this energy.
Oh my God! Wow!
Don't do that. Nobody wants that, and we can tell that you're faking it. Number 2 is do not exaggerate your reactions if it is not your personality. It's uncomfortable for everyone involved. It is unnerving. Trust me if I tell you that if you are giving a genuine reaction and you are just sitting there giving the most subtle reactions, people will watch it until the end. Basically, anything you would hate for someone to do when you guys are watching a movie, don't do it. Things like eating, speaking unnecessarily. Is the movie getting in the way of you hearing yourself speak? Now we are moving on to things you should do. If you want to talk about something that can't wait, pause the video. In fact, this even helps with copyright and also fair use. Or maybe if you do reactions where you have to wait until the end, try writing it down if you are fast at writing and it won't distract you from reacting. Next is throw questions at the audience of things that you are genuinely curious about. Keep them engaged. Trust me, they want to tell you. The third is obviously be respectful. I think that speaks for itself. The next one is very important, which is be consistent. Don't post once this month and then once the next month and then you pass 2 months and then you post. Don't do that. Be consistent so that your audience knows that you are always there. Do not switch up the cast of reactors often, and if possible, not at all. It ruins the energy. People are usually better with additions to the cast than subtractions, but they are always best with a consistent cast because the audience develops a genuine connection with the cast. And anything else that you need to know, your audience will let you know because these vary a little depending on the niche or the length of the video. Again, let's start with the bad part, the disadvantages. If you find yourself reacting to a lot of copyrighted material, you will find yourself having to open a Patreon or maybe selling merch in order for you to create a profit. Sometimes the video will get blocked and so you have to re-edit it or maybe post it on a different platform like Patreon. And now let's move on to the advantages. This is one of the fields that requires almost no editing. In fact, people prefer it as unrefined as possible, and so it is very efficient. This leads us into advantage number 2, which is that because of this, you will be able to post a lot more content. Other people even manage to put out a video or more a day, and this is obviously great for the YouTube algorithm. Advantage number 3 is that it's quite easy to build a fan base, considering your reactions are good quality. This is because you are pulling from fandoms or audiences that have already been built around the content that you are reacting to. Advantage number 4 is that you actually get to enjoy and have fun with what you are doing. Advantage number 5 is that a lot of labor is not involved, as we have already talked about. You don't need to edit much, and even the process of making the video, you just sit there and genuinely enjoy the content. And the last advantage, which is the most reassuring, is that anybody can do it and the market is not saturated for good quality reactions. I would know as a serial watcher of reaction videos. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you specific things to react to in order to avoid this type of content.
Oh my God! Wow!
I would rather not ruin my YouTube experience. Instead, I will explain to you how to find content that will be best suited for you. You can open a new YouTube channel and just search reactions. And just from the thumbnail, look for what piques your interest, what looks different, and what has a lot of views. That intersection is the sweet spot. You can also look at what's trending and see if there's any reactions as related to those videos and see how many views those have gotten. The biggest advantage that you can have is difference, whether that be ethnic grouping, entertainment choice, genre of movies or series, any sort of differences. People love to see people who are different from them appreciating their cultures or their interests. For example, if you are anything but African, you can react to some Afrobeats, Nollywood classics, Amapiano dance challenges, African YouTubers. You can react to anything that has gotten to your ear but you know very little to nothing about. Things like K-pop, K-dramas, rom-coms, Marvel, The Boondocks, South Park, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. So the sweet spot is very simple and I'm going to repeat it. It is where these 3 things intersect. It has to be different from what you watch, it has to pique your interest, and it needs to have a fan base. So many people might come to this video and talk about how you're promoting parasocial relationships, and yes, Yes, I am. Something that I find really interesting is when people demonize first aid, which is simply what a parasocial relationship is when it comes to the world of relationships. They simply help to sustain you as you are in the process of finding a sustainable or permanent solution. I always encourage people to go out and find genuine connections, but I also understand that right now exists, and until they get to that destination, they need something to keep them going, as I have learned from personal experience. I hope today's episode has been really helpful. Any useful links will be put in the description, and any questions should be put in the comment section down below. As always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help my grandmother get some dentures, and I'll see you in the next video.